This video is going to be a thorough breakdown of everything that we know about Zryachiy and Lightkeeper, aka our newest boss and traitor coming to escape from Tarkov. There's a lot of people out there who don't understand the significance of Lightkeeper and Zryachiy, aka Antlerman. I'm just going to call him Antlerman from now on. There's also a lot of people out there who didn't know we are going to probably have a way to become friends with Zryachiy, or at least make it so he doesn't want to shoot us because he's going to be the first boss we might actually be penalized significantly for killing. First, I want to break down everything that we already have clearly described from Battlestate games, and then finally speculate with what might happen because of this. And because of the secrecy that BSG are putting around him, there might end up being a lot of unknowns for Lightkeeper when he actually releases, which will take a lot of raids to even just scratch the surface of, but thankfully that is easier than ever now on or off your PC thanks to today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Explore millions of champion combinations and master countless tactics as you take on raid bosses, dungeon runs, campaign battles, and PvP arena matches. With hundreds of artifacts to equip and over 600 champions blessed with unique skills, you can build your team, develop your champions, and raid your way. Use my QR code or links below to download Raid yourself to your mobile phone or PC. For me, I'm trying to level up my squad of dwarves, so I'm looking to run Herndig for his ranged and melee abilities. It allows for a good amount of flexibility. All in all, you can take Herndig in your team almost everywhere. He's a fantastic nuker, good in just about any content, even in the Platinum Arena. Also, he's just a dwarf that shoots cannons from his back and also hits things with a big hammer, so who wouldn't want that? This month is huge for Raid. They just released a brand new faction, the Sylvan Watchers, with some amazing new champions. Forest Elves, Ents, Druids, Fays, they're all here. And I can't wait to summon them all to play with. And if that's not enough, Raid's got a full lineup of events along with a new season of the Forge Pass, where you can get your hands on some of the most powerful gear the game has ever seen. Also, if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can get exclusive rewards in Raid now. There's never been a better time to get started. New players use my link or scan the QR code right here and get a free starter pack worth almost $30, a free champion Vergies, and also this cool in-game loot. You'll find these rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only, so be quick with it, and I'll see you in game. Thanks again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. So like I was saying, we're going to break down everything that we know directly from BSG first, starting with the who. We have two people of interest here, Zryachiy, aka the one who sees, aka Antlerman. Then we have Lightkeeper, that guy who took 1 trillion rubles from us, well, a lot of us, back in May of this year. Antlerman is a boss, and Lightkeeper is a traitor, both of which will be found in Raid, potentially exclusively on the Lighthouse Island. Now, before we go too far, I did want to mention the when here, because Antlerman has been teased, but not actually confirmed as the next boss, because they ended up teasing him and they said there was a new boss coming, and we knew that he was work in progress and everything that's going on in game around Lightkeeper and the Lighthouse location. I am all but certain that's confirmation he is coming next patch. But just like Streets Part 1, we still haven't actually gotten the official yes from BSG about it, even though everything else that they're doing points to it being a thing. So working under the assumption that tease was confirmation, Antlerman is coming in the next patch. I am also assuming Lightkeeper will come with him. It is completely possible that Lightkeeper does not come with this next patch, but BSG want to try and keep as much as possible secret about him, potentially even whether or not he is in-game, right up until he's probably in-game with this next patch or the actual patch release. I'm not actually sure. They might even add him into the game and not put him in the patch notes. There's just a lot of secrecy that's going on around this guy. Regardless, it is only a matter of time, as even if Lightkeeper isn't in this next patch, everything I discuss in this video will be important and useful information for when he is eventually added into the game. Now for the what here. I'll be using this section of the video as what is their purpose / what do they do. Lightkeeper will be our first in-raid trader, so anything that you buy or sell to him, including currency that you'll need, will need to be on your person when you are going into the raid. We don't know what exactly Lightkeeper will be dealing with though past advanced electronics. I'll leave that for the speculation section of the video. Antlerman is pretty straightforward. He's a boss with a very powerful sniper rifle who will kill you before you even get close to the island. You will need to eliminate his want to kill you if you want to gain access to Lightkeeper, and that's the facts for now. I'll leave the rest for the speculation portion of the video. The where is extremely easy, as they both are almost certainly exclusively found on the Lighthouse Island. I very much doubt that they would ever leave that island. Everything that we've seen in and out of game for lore points that out. That island is basically their fortress and shopfront. So in conclusion, of the confirmations from BSG that we have right now, neither Antlerman or Lightkeeper is fully confirmed to be in this next patch, but it's extremely likely that Antlerman will be, and it's possible by the time you see this I might have updated that information. Check the description if I've confirmed that or not, but regardless, it's extremely likely that he is in. Also, it is very possible that Lightkeeper isn't in this next patch, but I'm saying if Antlerman is in, then Lightkeeper is in. If you don't agree with that, then just assume Lightkeeper isn't in the next patch. It's very simple. Whenever they both do eventually end up making an into the game, we will need to get through Zryachiy on Lighthouse Island in order to get to Lightkeeper, all while having the items that we want to barter with Lightkeeper on us physically. That's it. That's all we know right now for confirmations. Now here's speculation to fill in the blanks based off of lore and past discussions with BSG. In my mind, everything I'm about to say is very likely or at the very least possible. So just listen to what I have to say and I'll leave it up to you to make your own decisions on this stuff. To speculate and theorize on Lightkeeper himself, I think he is somehow associated with the cult. He used to be an admiral in the Navy who had a run-in with the blue flame EMP that the cult worships. The story is his burns on his face are somehow associated with that. So I think everything he does will revolve around the cult's needs or something similar to them, meaning I bet that he has the best gear that you can get in the game, and I bet he sells it / barters it for rare electronics. Personally, because we now know that underbarrel grenade launchers are coming this patch, I think Lightkeeper will also have weapons like this and possibly even explosives as well. There's a theory that in the Antlerman tease, one of the guys step on a mine as he is killed by some kind of explosion that looks like it could have been placed there. Also, anybody that has tried to venture into the lighthouse building itself on the Lighthouse Island will know that, yeah, there's mines there. You can also see some claymores physically there as well. Now, we'll leave that entire explosives and mines and stuff like that discussion for another video, though. For now, I just think that because it'll be so difficult to trade with Lightkeeper, I see that as sort of artificial balancing to the economy around those strongest items in the game, like the grenade launchers and explosives. For speculation on why I think he's building another EMP or possibly a full-on nuke, and we're basically helping him, possibly unknowingly, just so we can use what he has to escape from Tarkov. Remembering here that the story mode of this game is just us trying to leave the area. We are trying to literally escape from Tarkov. If this guy has something that we need, then we're probably going to barter with him so that we can get that thing and get the hell out of here. All of that is based off of past lore and what we know about the cult. If he isn't currently associated with the cult in any way, then a lot will change about what he's doing and what his goal is. However, I do want to say I'm pretty sure he's somehow associated with the cult. Now, to speculate and theorize on Zryachiy, based on what BSG have said in the past, we know there will be something that we can do to gain access to Lightkeeper safely. They have compared it to sequences, codes, and keys in the past. They have confirmed there will be a lot of lore and a quest line involved with gaining access to Lightkeeper. So because there will be a system involved with gaining access to Lightkeeper, and Lightkeeper works with Zryachiy, I think it'll be a very costly mistake to outright kill Zryachiy. It will very likely torpedo your reputation with Lightkeeper and probably has other major repercussions as well. So I think we need to go through the quest line and figure out how to somehow signal Lightkeeper so that he will get Zryachiy to stand down and let us cross the bridge in order to be able to communicate. Whatever that might be, I don't know right now, but this is what Nikita has talked about several times now. We will need to gain the trust of Lightkeeper in order to cross safely. So that was some simple speculation there. A lot of that, in my mind at least, is likely to happen, but at the very least, it is possible to happen. Now we're going to get into the couple of crazy theories in case anybody is interested in these. Everything I am about to say is, believe it or not, still possible, but it's tinfoil hat Sons of Soon level of crazy. The Sons of Soon theory right now is that Lightkeeper is Antlerman, and depending on the time of day, he will either help you or try to kill you. In the Lightkeeper art, we see Lightkeeper holding a necklace where if you look at the old Nikki Leak work in progress for Antlerman, he is wearing that necklace. Also in the art for Lightkeeper, there's a certain vibe that you get from Antlerman in the video as if he isn't actually there, or it's symbolizing like a past life or something deep like that. Personally, I believe these to be two different people. I think Zryachiy is a boss and Lightkeeper is a traitor, and they're both somehow associated either past or present with a cult, but I do not believe they are the same person. But what's actually crazy here is I can't see any reason why they can't be the same person with the information that we have right now. There is nothing to disprove that these could be the same person, and everyone else who has talked about them in lore are just being fooled into thinking they're different people. Just an extra theory here to tag on. I do think it's going to be possible for scavs to still gain access to the island, but not always, at least as in the past. Rizzy was denied access, and he would be considered a local or a scav to them, while at other times he was almost killed, but has found his own ways of getting out there before. So yes, I think it is going to be at least possible there's a way for scavs to get out there right now, especially if, you know, Zryachi's dead or something. Another crazy off-the-cuff idea here is that if Lightkeeper is Antlerman, maybe that's what happens when you aren't on his good side. Maybe he's like a crazy old man in the woods just waiting to shoot anyone that comes onto his land, but once you show up and you have what he wants, which would be advanced electronics or something, he just waves back, smiles, and walks into his house to sell you stuff. Again, there is nothing to directly disprove that is a possibility. I just don't think that's what's happening. That would be really interesting and like a crazy thing to happen though. That'd be cool. So now that we've gone clearly through the truth, speculation, and theories, here's a walkthrough of how I think this is going to go down using everything put together. We know the system will involve a line of quests in some way, shape, or form of signaling Lightkeeper and or gaining his trust to allow you to gain access to the island and trade with him. So if you do not go through that quest or have anything that might in some way be a key or signal or something that you can use to tell Lightkeeper that you're friendly and he also wants to be friendly to you, if you do not have that, then you will be killed by Antlerman when trying to cross the bridge, period. Once we have that thing, whatever it might be, to allow us to access Lightkeeper, I think we then walk to the lighthouse where it's possible we might need to drop our weapons or something to enter. Nikita has said something like that in the past where we will need to be unarmed when we go into certain zones. This might be one of them. And it's actually based off of what happens in the Raid series as well, which again was directed by Nikita to play out exactly like he would see things playing out in game. Then we will walk up to Lightkeeper, who has been confirmed to have a brand new system of in-raid bartering and dialogue to literally take care of business. Although it's going to be very different as it will all be in raid, the concept of reputation and tasks I believe will be essentially the same as we have right now. We talk to him, he might have some tasks for us to do, and if we do them, he likes us more and gives us access to more things and even more tasks. Keep it going, we get some better items, we get some more tasks, yada yada, we know the drill from there. Again, same sort of thing with the other traders, just in raid. Then when we're finished, we go and get our guns back if he did end up taking them, and then try to make our way back to our hideouts. Where, remember, if you die, you lose whatever you just did. That may also include the quest, but there's nothing to confirm that completely. I could just see that being a thing that they would do. If you went and accepted a quest and then died before you left, you might have to go accept the quest again, but that's not confirmed. What absolutely will happen is anything that is not in a secure container will be lost, so you're definitely going to need to go and do that thing again. Now, hopefully after hearing all of this, you get the big picture of what's going to be happening with Lightkeeper and Antlerman and why it's such a big deal for the game, which, by the way, in case you didn't know, all this stuff with having to do this in raid and risking everything to go to a trader will become much more normal, as BSG apparently still plan to bring almost all, if not all, of the traders in-game in this same fashion. I think they want all trade in raid except for the flea, which you'll be able to access from your laptop in your intel center. So have fun while you still can, just clicking on traders and then immediately getting that stuff in your inventory, because eventually here we're gonna have to hoof it. But that's gonna do it for today, guys. Let me know what you think of this new system now that you know the broad details of how it will work. Bring it in the comments section. You can also let me know on Twitter or join the Discord, both linked below. Other than that, you know the drill, guys. If you like this video, there is a button for that. Subscribe for more like it. Again, for the quickest news, follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, link below. For the latest Tarkov news, check this out. For the latest Tarkov-like news, check this out. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.